Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney and got a cough today. It's not COVID, though. I checked. Now, speaking of COVID, we're talking about vaccine mandates, which are my least favorite thing to talk about in all the world, because whenever I talk about it, everyone hates me. People who like vaccine mandates hate me. People who don't like vaccine mandates hate me. People who want to post about how they never wore a mask and they won $10 million because their employer tried to make them wear a mask. You didn't. That never happened. We know it didn't happen because you can't post the case because it just never happened. We know it didn't happen. It's nonsense. You're talking nonsense. Now, maybe this is why people hate me, right? So here's the deal. Quick recap of the world. Private employers can require you to wear a mask. They can also require, generally speaking, a vaccine mandate. There are religious and medical exemptions. And immediately you're going to say, but Vince, the mask mandates don't make any sense if you're not wearing an N95 or a KN95. It's been proven the masks don't matter. Yeah, that is my understanding from medical professionals, from experts in this field. That has been fairly clear. Even CNN is now reporting that. That appears to be consensus. But it's not the law. The law is not always rational, and it does not require that your employer be rational either. Your employer can make you wear a mask even if that mask is ineffective. Just the law. Tell you the law. You can get as mad as you want. I can't lie to you about the law. Again, they have to comply with religious and medical exemptions. That is real. Now we take up the next step up the ladder of control here. Municipal and state... My goodness, still not COVID. Municipal and state mandates. Generally, those will be upheld under the theory that if you don't like it, leave. You can vote with your feet and go find a better state or a better city where you like the laws better. That is what we said we thought would happen. That is what happened. I understand it makes many of you angry. I think it's very scary. Mayor Bill de Blasio making people's medical decisions. The guy's basically dying of obesity. Like, it doesn't make any sense. He can't even take care of himself. But that being said, the law is the law, and we tell you about it. Not what we want to happen, what we think will happen, right? Okay. Now, when it comes to the Biden mandates, let's be honest. The feds, they're not doing great. They weren't doing great under Trump. They're not doing great under Biden. This is not a partisan issue. This is just incompetence for years. COVID incompetence for years, right? And I know one of you is going to post something about Trump's vaccine. I don't care. I don't care. Trump, Biden, they're both equally incompetent in terms of COVID, to my mind. Okay? Now, good news for all of you haters. I actually don't think the Biden mandates are going to fly. We said from the beginning these don't really make sense. And it basically comes down to a question of presidential powers and the powers of a federal agency when acting without congressional approval. And looking at this bench, the Supreme Court, I do not expect them to say, yeah, you should just do whatever you feel like, and Congress shouldn't matter. That is not my read of what this Supreme Court will do. And listen, these Biden mandates have been collecting negative findings from courts kind of like magnets, right? This has not been going well for them. But now we're going to the Supreme Court, and people are like, oh, well, the Supreme Court's not going to decide this until after the mandate comes, so we're all going to be screwed. You're in luck. That's not happening. In fact, the Supreme Court is doing a special session on January the 7th to specifically deal with this issue. Apologies. To specifically deal with this issue. Time to wrap up the video, I think. So keep your eyes peeled for January 7th. They are going to have a special session to decide this. I fully expect them to knock down the Biden mandates because Congress is not apparently on board, so there won't be any saving it that way. And I'm just a messenger. Just go post angry things and unlike the video. I know you will. It's fine.